Okay, this is Erica Perkins. Erica, when we watch your butterfly, there's two things. You're doing a good job with your kick, not really snapping it down as much as I'd like to see. We need to try to kick the water back a little bit more. But the biggest issue is that when you pull, you never really get your hands underneath your elbows. You're always pulling like there, there. You never really get your elbows up. And what we need to do is to try to think about getting our elbows on top of our hands and keeping that position as long as possible. And when you look at it here from the front end, you can really see how wide your hands are going in. Your hands need to go in front of your shoulders, and then they need to come in underneath your body. They should almost touch under your body. On top of the water here, see what I'm talking about a little bit with the width. Can't really see what's going on underwater, but I think the kick again looks pretty good. You need to think about kicking the water back. But the big thing is just getting those elbows up, making sure that we keep our elbows up on top of our hands as long as possible. That includes when you're finishing the stroke as well. All right, there the tempo starts to lag off. Got to make sure, drive the tempo with your legs on that butterfly. Key into the backstroke pretty deep off that wall. Need to make sure that we come off a line that's pretty close to parallel from the bottom. Hands are coming up a little high. I think we can stand to rotate a little bit more. Again, pretty deep off that wall. Coming straight up in the air. Want to try to be longer off that wall. We also have to try to have a steadier kick. You're really going to see this when you're doing the head-on. You'll see how sporadic your kick is here. Okay, off the wall, you can see the shallow hands. Again, we just need to roll more, but look at your kick. It's kind of all over the place. You need to make that a lot more compact and a little bit faster. Over the water. And maybe a little deep on that off the wall. But we need to have more rotation. You can see when your hands come over, look at how as your hand goes past your shoulder, you can see your shoulder picking up all that water. Throughout that pull, I mean, almost before your hand goes in the water is the only time you should see anything coming up. Right there, there, there. Just a lot of slop in the stroke. We just need to try to get a little more rotation so we can be a little bit better. Okay, breaststroke. Big thing here is you're not keeping your head down long enough. Your back is always kind of arched a little bit. And we want to get that back flat. Look at how high your head is. You'll really be able to see it on the way back. When you carry your head that high, it forces your hips down. When you keep your back and your head down so that your body is flat, you have a good line, you can get more out of your kick. So right there, there, there. Not keeping that head down, shooting out into a streamlined position. Okay, from the front, again, I shouldn't be able to really see your goggles except for when your face goes in the water. But I can see them the whole time here, and that was a good one, the one where you're going into the wall. You want to try to dive down, but keep your hands just under the surface of the water. And again, it's like you're always trying to look forward. We want to try to get that line up so when your butt kicks up, I should see a straight line from your butt to the back of your head with no wrinkles in your neck because you're keeping your head down. I like what you're doing with your hands and your feet. I think you're doing a nice job of lunging quickly. Your timing is pretty good. But that head position is absolutely killing you as far as getting extension off your legs. Okay, freestyle. This is come a long way. This is getting a lot better. Still dropping that right elbow a little bit. I think the left looks a lot better. Pretty consistent kick all the way through. I think that looks good. Let's look at that head position. Doing a good job looking at the bottom. That's what we want to be doing there. From the front, let's see what you're doing here with your hands, where you're putting them in. Your right hand, rather, it looks like you're setting it in front of your head. We need to set that in front of the shoulder, causing a little bit of a crossover. Let's see if we can see that right arm here. Good extension, but yeah, you're dropping your right hand in front of your head. You want to make sure that when you reach it out forward in front of your shoulder, not out in front of your head, bending the elbow. And that way you can have a lot more control over the stroke, and you should be able to get more distance per stroke, regardless of what speed you're swimming at. Nice job.